What's up, everyone? It's Frank here. Today we're going to be looking at Roblox and why I'm going to be playing them for this earnings. So I'm not a big earnings type of guy, but I feel like this is one I feel, extremely comfortable on. I mean, people say you can't predict them, but, you can get a good guess. You can't always, predict their loss, but, there's things you can do. Like I had a big play on Amazon earnings, and, I was right on it because I looked into other factors, like other things, earnings and, economic data and that kind of stuff, and ended up being right on it. First I want to look at Google search trends. So if you look at Roblox in the past 5 years worldwide, we're at an all-time high. So I know there was some court cases stuff kind of going on, but I looked into that a little bit. But if you look at Roblox court case, there's no actual searches for it around this time. It all happened on September 19th, Roblox court case. Nothing was here, so it didn't affect this, big pop, because this was about last earnings, September 19th. Right after that, a big pop in the stock. Not stock, but the company. At an all-time high in the past 5 years. I mean, if we look at 2004 to present, I mean, we're probably at an all-time high. Yep, we are indeed. I feel, extremely confident in this one. If you look at the United States by itself, I mean, you can see that we were at an all-time high too here in the past 5 years, past 12 months. Right around an all-time high. We kind of had that coming down a little bit in the UI. But, worldwide is really what matters, because that shows the web growth, you know what I mean? So you can see in the past 5 years, and you can see in the past, in the past 12 months. Now we're at an all-time high search-wise. So that's always good, because, that's probably translating to website clicks, to revenue. So a lot of the worries is, they might post bad earnings. Of course it can. So first we're going to look at the earnings whispers. 11 cents for the EPS, consensus 14, and then revenue 722 million.27 million. So the revenue part, I think it's going to get beat 100%. I highly doubt they're not going to beat revenue, and we're going to look at why that later. But the consensus, the EPS, we have to kind of get a track record, okay, with the EPS, because we want to make sure that they're not going to, miss out on the EPS. So if you look at this, Unity beats their fourth quarter earning results. They're a game developer company, very similar to Roblox in a way, with the developers, and kind of like how much money they're going to be spending for collect. So they had a big loss in the fourth quarter of 2020, and he says that they increases loss for this. This is the second year, earned $1 billion in revenue, and posted a 513 million loss for this year. It only lost 274.8 million in 2020. This loss increased 93% year over year. So this is dangerous territory. But yeah, it's interesting that. So there was a court orders YouTubers to stay off Roblox. So there was this YouTuber exposing them because they had some very sketchy stuff going up on their development team. And it was very good because it was brought to their attention. They ended up fixing it. So they filed a lawsuit against Sim in November, asking for $1.6 million. They ended up getting paid $150,000, and he stopped doing that. The guy was banned for 7 years. He did a lot. There was bad things for other things. There was a lot of things that he did wrong, but Roblox, he did wrong too. I watched a whole thing on this for myself, but that's not why those search things were there. I looked at the YouTube views, 4 million views on the most viewed video for a Roblox court case. This is not 4 million views, increase, it's not that, because the results are still here, it's not like there's this big pop. It's not from that, because if you look up Roblox court case, you can see exactly when it peaks. It peaks on, come on now, show me the data, dude. Roblox, I literally had this up 5 minutes ago. Look, it was January 2nd and December 5th. If you look at Roblox, it was a search December 5th and January 2nd. Yeah, not there. This was in October. And then this could have been possibly from this, but this was around Christmas time. People having their Christmas gifts, showing the demand that happened on Christmas for it. Going back, so they had a loss, so you can see that they did that. But I have to see what their EPS beat was on it. So if we go to earnings whispers, just get a new tab. If it would let me, okay, it's fine. Ticker, I want to see if they beat. Does it say? Oh, Unity was down 9 today. Wow. Consensus 7, 6, I guess. Not sure. Okay. I know they beat their things and they were up 10% after hours, but yeah, that was today, up 15% after hours because they beat their revenue. You know what I mean? Big move in the stock. It is down a decent amount because Facebook kind of, killed all the metaverse companies. That's why it was down 10, so 5% move realistically. If we go to Roblox price target, so recently they had a really strong last quarter. You can see this was around their quarter time, kind of this area here. You can see there was a lot of upgrade price target upgrades, 133, 134, 125. That was after their earnings, and then the SEC just got beaten down the S&P, and Morgan Stanley started downgrading things. They had a price target of 150, now it's 115. So still 48%. Oh no, that was on the report, but almost 100% upside at the moment actually, at $60 a share. So one of the things that's underestimated is Roblox ad revenue. So if you look at Roblox's ad revenue, they're saying try spinning it, go for 5,000 Robux per ad. So let's say someone wants to add on there, 5,000 Robux, give or take $550. There's a lot of Roblox ads out there. They're making a lot of money on ad revenue, and the reason I can back this up is Google beat their ad revenue, leaping 32% year over year, and Amazon did the same thing. They beat their ad revenue. Fourth quarter up 32% from last year. So a lot of ad revenue was very profitable this year. So that's going to be an underestimated thing, 100%. Roblox has a lot of ads on there. You know what I mean? So it definitely could be something, key to watch for is, okay, we're going to have that beat on revenue. 100% revenue is a beat. And now they're having all these partnerships in the metaverse. A lot of people are paying them to host their things. I know there was some famous DJ who did something. I don't have access to this article, but you can see the headline here. I know I've seen a whole bunch of stuff with it. A lot of partnerships in the metaverse that, can bring on a lot of traction to it. Next, so some of the things that we're looking for in the Roblox, it beat in last quarter by a lot. The stock moved, I think it was 30-40%. Revenue soared 100% year over year. User engagement metrics, those jumped, and I think those continued jumping, with the user searches. Like, they have more, people doing it. Net loss 74 million or 13 cents per share compared to a net loss of 48 or a year ago. So, they are improving from a cash standpoint, they're saying. Operating cash flow slipped 2% year over year, so, there's just some key metrics to look at. But I think, they're going to definitely have some kind of, they're going to be growing here 100%. They're going to be growing here massively, in my opinion, Roblox, with their things. So I know EA just reported. So if you look at live news for EA, yeah, not bad. Yeah, not good. They had that, EA was, they didn't do good, but that's more of a video game. This is more of a game developer thing. That's what I see it as. Unity, they beat up 10% after hours. I'm trying to see their consensus for this, but if you take a look back at here, you kind of just, I kept clicking on the wrong thing. If you kind of just read over here, you can see, a lot of interesting stuff going on with that. And what's that, and what that's doing. Sorry for stumbling there. So here we go. I got that. So they had a better than expected EPS, negative 0.05, and they beat revenue. So they managed to do very strong there. Which makes me like it. Okay, so if Unity beat, they're kind of they're one in the same. Facebook missed, but Facebook missed on other things. But let's say you wanted to play Facebook for earnings, and you like this Google search metric. Look at the past 12 months. After this, their users are not using anymore. Pinterest up after hours. Let's look at Pinterest. What's that doing? Oh wow, that's having a recovery this year right after that earnings. Interesting. This does not lie. This is the most accurate source. Look at Amazon. Okay, I spelled Amazon wrong. My bad. Look at this for the past 5 years. One of the best Christmases yet. That's why I really like this one here, because we're higher than usual. Off of September. This is not where we usually stand by. Especially in the U.S. If you look at the United States, look at this one. Look at this. And I always saw UPS beat, Visa beat, and I went into it on a separate thing. I never ended up posting it, but I was able to pretty easily predict that happening with Amazon. So, you just want to watch that EPS. The EPS is really the main thing that can kill you, but with Unity beating it, it's probably not a thing because, Unity is growing into that metaverse just as fast as Roblox is. So, I wouldn't be surprised for Roblox to beat. I think they're thinking they're going to lose a lot more money. And, this is a thing. Being down 92, being down 9% to 92 Unity and, having that recovery 15%, this is something, same thing with Roblox. This is another beaten down name that passed. It has a high of 140 in that. Now we're going to take a look at the technical analysis standpoint. So last earnings, these don't trade at the money straddles. They never work, first of all. But if you can see, we've been in a very clear downtrend. We're coming off 141 and a low of 53. We're trading about 60, 62, 63 after hours. We'll see where we open at tomorrow. Futures are, up 1.8 on the NASDAQ, up a percent on the S&P, and about 0.45 on the Dow. But if we take a look at Roblox here, clear downtrend. But I feel like here we're going to really start testing this, this resistance trend line. I feel like a breakout. We could have this kind of pre-earnings run up, getting those IV ready. We're coming off RSI, low RSI divergence here. Look at the last time the price was here. We were a lot lower, and now we're here. So, always good. I always like to look at that RSI indicator, MACD, showing, a lot less selling, but there was more volume today. So, from a technical standpoint, I like the stock a lot here. I feel like we kind of had, a head and shoulders almost here. I feel like it's over now. And we're at our bottom point. I just can't see Roblox, going below 50. I know we're an unprofitable company, Roblox, but I still feel like they have a negative 90 PE. But if you look at EA here, we're up from those misses. People are confident in the gaming industry. That's all I really want to say there. But so I'm thinking we're gonna have a big beat. Let's see how the stock gets down. I think the S&P is reversing here. Possibly depends on the jobs report tomorrow morning. But I think even buying now, these premiums are pretty cheap. You're gonna win no matter what on the IV. And this looks like a very solid play. You got a couple of weeks. Try to get your contracts free. Buy 5 of them. You sell off 2. You keep 3 for free. Play through earnings. That's probably what I'm gonna do. But I love this downtrend right now for a break. If it's broken out, I'm buying. No breakup, I'll wait. And it's really just on strength. At 63 here, we're almost going to break out tomorrow. So breakout tomorrow, I'm probably in the trade. I want to wait for 1 day confirmation, MACD crossover, all that kind of good stuff. RSI to reverse, but looks definitely like a solid trade here from a technical standpoint, from a market standpoint. With Unity's beat, that's definitely going to boost it up. And market. So this one looks like a solid trade. I want to see what you guys think in the comments, and if you guys are going to end up trading Roblox. Just look at this one more time. In the past 5 years, we're at an all-time high. Let's look at worldwide. All-time high. This is not a small amount of number. This is double their growth. You're going to see major beats on users. That's the main thing. So Facebook mainly went down because they lost users. Roblox is going to do the opposite. It's going to go up from users. But what I want to see from Roblox is if we've seen... Amazon, they announced, the Prime hike increase. I'm sorry, this is not linked. I unlinked it so I get EA up. What's this doing? Why is this not linked? Amazon, come on now. Amazon price increased memberships. I'm waiting for Roblox to do that for their memberships. I feel like that's definitely going to give a boost because when Netflix did it, I believe was right around here, and we had a big reversal. So Wall Street's been loving those price hikes and platforms, and I feel like Roblox, they're more than able to do it here. They have margins still. It's not like they even need the margin, but I think it's too low in my opinion. So I think this could definitely be a solid one. Let me know in the comments. I'm almost more than definitely playing it, unless some gaming companies come up, like things related to Roblox, like those kind of games. I want to see their revenue. If they do good or not. It's really about EPS in my opinion for Roblox, and I think it's an easy beat. Thank you guys for all watching. I appreciate it. Leave a comment down below, like I said. Tell me what you think and enjoy. I hope you guys can make some money off this, and I helped you guys out.